introduce with our audience. So now we have here Miss Vagavi, who will be presenting on power of AI in Microsoft, the Superchanging low code platform. This is also, I think, going to be like the one Umidu shared using Power Platform and Copilot on top of it. So this is going to be another exciting session, and also we will get a lot of insight about it. So let's begin now. Floor is on you, Miss Vagavi. I'll make you live right now. Here you
Yeah,
go.
uh, thank you, Rizwan. Let me share my screen.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, we can see your screen.
Okay. Hi, all. Thanks for joining today's session, and that too on a Sunday afternoon. Uh, on today's session, we would be seeing the power of AI Copilot in Microsoft, which is similar to the previous session that we had. The one which is used for low code app development. We would be deep diving on how we will be using the Copilot in various applications of Power Platform. With that, I am before we get started to this today's session, let me give a brief introduction of myself. This is Bhargavi, and I am working as a senior software engineer for Ford, and I'm a MTech data scientist from BITS Pilani, and I'm a Microsoft certified trainer and a C Sharp MVP, C Sharp Corner MVP as well. And I hold around 6 certifications from Microsoft, and I am a global speaker and a blogger and author at C Sharp Corner. These are some of the certifications that I had finished, and this is my LinkedIn ID. Please feel free to connect with me through LinkedIn, and this is my blog and articles page. Please get in touch with that too if in case you need some help for it. Okay, with that, I am jumping into the today's session of today's agenda. First, first and foremost, we would be seeing the AI Copilot and what is AI Builder. We would be touch basing on both those things, and we will also be seeing what is Power Platform and how the LCNC has an impact to the industry. And we would also be seeing what are the prerequisites that are necessary for the AI feature in Power Platform, and what are the benefits and roles of Copilot in the Power Automate and the Power Platform. And we would be seeing the demo, and I would be taking up the Q&A for it. With that, I am starting for the today's session. We all are in the phase of life where we are mostly moving towards the low code no code platform, right? So why do we need low code no code platform? Low code no code is something like in around 3 to 4 years of time, as per the survey of Forster as well as the DORA, we have around 750 million new applications which will be coming in on the way, and which would be having a 4 million developer shortfall, and we would also be having the ground up software, which is like when we have to build up a software from the ground, we will be taking time, as well as when 86% of the companies are will be struggling to take the tech talent for each of the technologies that needs to be built up with the applications. And there will also be security and compliance risk when we develop the applications with some kind of codes from our own, when all the security and compliance has to be implemented by us. But when it comes for LCNC, 70% of the new applications are now built using the LCNC, and it would be around 70% by the end of 2025. And this is because we will be having a uh, advantage of all these things, where even the business person can also develop inside the LCNC, and you don't have to know much about the coding knowledge, wherein you can, if you know about a bit of the application, then you will be able to start working on the application, and you would be able to work on the requirements that you need for. So that is where the LCNC came in. And when it comes for LCNC in Microsoft, we have something called as Microsoft Power Platform. And by this way, you might have been already familiarized with this word, Power Platform, which is like the combination of Power BI, Power Apps, Power Automate, Power Virtual Agent, and Power Pages. And what happens here is that all these have data connectors being used inside it, where it will be used to connect the data from the different kind of applications. Like it can be into the SharePoint, or you can connect the Power Apps to the Teams, or you can connect the Power Apps to some kind of bot services that you want. So these are some of the examples of data connectors that are readily available, and more than around 250 connectors being available inside the Power Platform now. And you also have AI Builder been available inside the Power Platform, where it it helps you with the NLP knowledge, with just the basics of NLP knowledge. You would be able to build the whole application in I mean, if you are developing an simple application in from the scratch in the regular development way for around 30 days, then in the LCNC it would take minimum of 10 to 15 days to just complete the whole application, and you would be able to connect it to the different applications as well. So that is where the AI Builder is being used in the Power Platform, and you would be able to have the integration with all those kind of different applications that are available. And you also have an added advantage of Dataverse, where Dataverse is something like you can have the datas being datas from the different sources can be integrated inside the Power Platform, where it can be from SQL, or it can be from the Dataverse. And Dataverse itself is a storage within the Power Platform, where it would be a better way for getting those data being stored inside the Power Platform. So these are some of the um, Power Platform available tools that are available for us, that are being integrated with all those kind of Power Platform applications that are readily available for us. Where just let me give a brief introduction of each and every application which is available under the Power Platform, and let me just quickly move to the next one. Power BI is something like which is used for the business analytics, and Power Apps is something used for the application development, and Power Automate is something like an RPA tool, where it is one of the trending RPA tool as well in the market, where you would be having the process automation being available there. And a Power Virtual Agent is one of the chatbot when you want to build some kind of chatbot things and add intelligent virtual, it acts as an intelligent virtual agents. And when you want to build a website for yourself, then you would be going with the external facing website, which is Power Pages, where you can build the power I mean, you can build in the applications with very less time, and it does not need much coding knowledge like what you do for the regular way of HTML, CSS, JavaScript, like that. It all needs the way of how you just integrate each things inside the Power Pages. With that, I am I am jumping on to the next part, which is AI and low code. So, what does AI and low code have in our platform is that we will be having the Power Platform. Power Platform is used to transfer the application development, and it also helps in the accelerating the innovation with low code tools and the developers. And it helps you to build the creativity with the help of the copilot, and that is used across the Power Platform. So this is like you would be able to have the AI. When the AI being used inside the low code, it would be helping you in a way that you can get more creativity, and you would be able to have the when you just given a simple sentence, and it would be replying you back with whatever the things that you want to perform inside the application. So that is where the AI in low code will be used for. And when it comes for Copilot, we have been hearing from since this session started, right? So what is Copilot? So what does the Copilot means? Copilot Copilot is something like when we it is something like which assists the developers by suggesting and generating the code snippets. And it also helps you in it works primarily within the code editors to help with the coding task. Like in case of the Power Platform, it would be residing inside the Power Platform, and you would be able to code it. But when uh, it is also supported in different programming languages like .NET or .NET as well. So like for that, you would be having a different way of approach to get get the Copilot being installed and make use for yourself. So this is the overall introduction of Copilot. Now, let's see what does the AI Copilot with the Power Platform mean. So, what does the AI Copilot means is that as the word Copilot here, it is something like the one which would be assisting the pilot and flying the aircraft. You would be writing in just the regular way of NLP lines. Like you would be just writing in the prompts, and what happens inside the Power Platform is that it would be taking up those kind of prompts, and it would go back to the application and hits to the LLM, where the LLM would be checking up with the data that it would be needed. Like if you are instructing that you when you write when an email with invoice mails arrive, start and wait for the approval. It means that you would be receiving a invoice mail, and that is where the start and wait for the approval, which is like somebody has to approve it, and you would be able to perform the next set of action is what that prompt means. So the LLM would be writing up the steps based on it would be setting all the steps that you need, and give up the give whatever the details that you need as the suggested code, and where you can use that, and you would be able to use that inside the application. And now what happens here is that it is like the power of bringing the power of AI as well as to the end user inside the power platform. Like you would be able to have the power of both the, you don't have to strain much, but you would be able to just giving the prompt, and you would be getting the solution as well, and it would be working at the background for you. So this is where the AI Copilot in Power Platform works. And when it comes for AI inside the Power Platform, it's not something new that we have AI inside the Power Platform. It is like we have something called as AI Builder, which has been existing since the year 2020, 2019, and that is where the AI Builder came in. And post that, what happened is that we got something called as power effects formulas, which is like the one which is used for writing the write. It is like the language that is used to communicate inside the Power Apps. And we also had the tax quick create, which is used inside the Power BI. And in the 2022 we had natural language flow that has been used to build the flows and everything. And AI Builder started with a deep version involved the involved the Azure OpenAI models inside it, and we are now able to use the AI built OpenAI inside the Power Platform as well. And for that, you would just have to call the Azure OpenAI, and you would be able to do multiple things inside. You can now bring in your own data inside the Power Platform, and you can do multiple things for yourself. So the AI builder has now changed into that level of working. And with that, it does not stop over there as such. It also brought in some changes, like where what we are right now discussing. Like we got the Copilot been came in for us, which had been in the presence of Power Virtual Agent, Power Apps, Power Automate. So where in Power Apps, when you want to write in a line, and it has to build your application for you, then it does with the help of Copilot. And when you want to write a simple chatbot logic for you, or complex chatbot logic, then Power Virtual Agent does that for you, and with the help of Copilot. And it is the same way for Power Automate as well, where with the help of the natural language, it is now used to have the flows and triggers being built for you inside the Power Platform. And this is the low code impact, AI impact on Power Platform. And when it comes for, sorry, okay. When it comes for AI Builder, we have the components. It is a component which has been available inside the Microsoft Power Platform, and that brings the artificial intelligence to the business user as well as the citizen developer. And it is one of the important. It has now become one of the important one that has been available inside the low code no code platform, and it offers pre-built AI models as well as the customized AI building. And as we had discussed, we are now able to bring our own data inside the Power Platform with the help of Azure OpenAI as well. So that is also possible, and with the help of the seamless, and it will be able to have the seamless integration with the models as well. And when it comes for the Copilot prerequisite in the Power Platform, what you have to do is that for now, Power Platform offers you for offers you a Copilot option within the US. I mean, you have to create an environment inside the US region, and your account should be in English, and that is like the browser language should be in English, and the AI builder has to be enabled. So these are some of the steps that needs to be ensured before we get started with the Copilot inside the Power Platform. This is the basic step for all the Power Platform applications that are available. And when you miss out any of these as well, the Copilot will not be available for us to use. And how you can enable the Copilot is that you can go to the admin center, and inside the admin center you have environment, and inside that you would have settings, products, product features, and AI builder. And with that you can have the preview models being enabled for you to get the Copilot being enabled for you. Maybe I can show a bit a small demo on how do we enable the Copilot inside the Power Platform. And let me just return back to the slides at the latest point. Okay, I am about to show for one low code platform, and we would be following the similar kind of step for the next ones as well. What we would be doing here is that we would be navigating to the settings of the this is the Power Apps page, and I am navigating to the um, settings of this Power Apps page, and I am navigating to the admin center. And once I have been navigated to the admin center, what I would be doing is that I would be selecting the environments. Let it just load. Just give me a second. Okay. We would be moving to the environments page. And once we had moved to environments, what we would be doing is that we would be selecting for the preview. Now you have to create a new environment that should be under the US. And you now have to, I mean, you would be selecting a environment which should be in US over here, and have a default application which is under the US, and the and the language over here is also English over there. So I'm just navigating inside it. Okay. You can view all the and once you are done, you have to go to the settings, and you can have the Copilot option being enabled for you. Like when you select on it, it would be popping up saying that on or off. When you off it, it would not the Copilot would be off, and you would not be able to use it. When it's on, you would be able to use it. Once you had once you had checked in, you now have to refresh the page or re-log in inside the page, and it starts working over there, and ensure that you are under the environment that you had created under the US as well as with the English. And this is where the Copilot and the regular environment gets differed. This is something like when you want to check how your is your environment is enabled with Copilot or not. You have this Copilot box being enabled for you, and this is same for all the Power Platform applications. So you would be having this particular Copilot box that has been prompt window that has been available for you. With that, I am getting into the next part of the slide, which is what are the benefits of the Copilot inside the Power Platform. You would be having a accelerated development when it comes for Copilot. Like you, when you just given the code, when you just given the line, it would be generating the code and automated suggestion, and you would be able to deliver the solution uh, as fast as you can. And it also reduces the error. Like it would be prompting you for, you can go wrong with either flows, or you can go wrong with the functions that you work on, or some functions might be I mean, you might not able to have the in-depth knowledge of some functions, and you would end up with some errors over there. So that can be reduced when we use the Copilot inside the Power Platform. And when it comes for productivity, what happens is that since it is a AI generated code, it would be more focused on designing and improving the solution, where it would be generating a easy solution as well as well as a very focused solution, wherein it would be involving a easy way of problem solving, and you would get the productivity and creativity being used for yourself. And because of all these, even if you are a learner of Power Platform, with the help of Copilot, you would be able to have the you can learn you can learn the Power Platform as well. And with that, you can ensure that the inside your applications you would have the workflows, and it also maintains the long term maintainability solutions as well. So these are some of the benefits that are being available inside the Copilot in Power Platform. And when it comes for best practices and tips, what happens inside the Copilot is that, even though the Copilot is giving you some kind of suggestion that matches your coding and preference, you can modify your recommendations as you want to work on. Like if it does not match your requirement, you can modify it as per your own convenience. And the maintenance of all the documentations is very easily, as the Copilot has an option to explain each and every kind of trigger or flows or application, or if you just given explain me the application, it would be able to explain the whole type of application, like what it does. Or if you want to just go ahead and make it explain the way of just the trigger, it would be able to work you with that. And when it also helps you in maintaining a balanced automated code generation and manual coding. And because all of these, like Copilot can assist you, it's your responsibility to ensure the data protection. Like you have to ensure with the with the Copilot suggested coding, and you have to check that if it does not have the uh, does not have the other way of uh, writing the code, or if it does not give the way to if it matches the exactly your requirement. So you have to verify the generated code that it had been generated. So these are some of the best practices and tips. Now uh, we are we are jumping into the next part of the session, where we would be seeing how the Copilot works in the Power Platform. First and foremost, we would be seeing the Power Apps, where this is where we saw how do we enable the Copilot, and how do we and now we would be seeing how do we use the Copilot. So this is the prompt space where you can prompt in the application that you want to give it. I'm just giving in a prompt that build an application that will have the leave management leave approval system. Okay. I had just given a line over here, which is a prompt, and what it had started doing is that it had started working on it, which is like it is checking back at the LLM models on which is the correct option that has been available for us to suggest, and it would be bringing up the whole table for us, and it would just make you an attempt that uh, all the things at the back end are being now ready for ourselves, and what we have to do is that we just have to create the application, and you would and it would be creating an application for you. Like I had it just takes a minute or two to get the application being ready for us, and post that we will be able to change the details of whatever that are needed for us. Let it get load. Just give me a second. Okay, let this uh, let this application get loaded in file. We can start discussing about the various features that are being available for the Power Apps as well. This is one feature that that the Copilot has. offers us, which is like the whole application being added as for us. And if you don't like something, then what you can do as such is that you can go ahead with the copilot, and you can say that this is not right, and you have to get me back with this. Like then it builds you with the second suggestion of what you need. It depends on your internet speed as well. I have a low internet over here, so that's kind of making it slow. So it works in this way. Like, it had built up the whole things that are needed for us, like here. And the thing is that it also gives you the way of adding the adding in when you want to add an button or something as well. You would be able to have the I mean, if something has to be changed, like when you go to advanced or something, you would be able to have the change inside that as well. Like, it does not stop you with whatever it had built you. Uh, just in case. Okay. I am just coming over here and I am typing in when you want to type in some of those that you want to add in. When you give add a text label as well, what it does is that it would be adding in a text label which would reflect inside the application, and you would be able to see that inside the application that it had built on. So these are some of the changes that you can do, as well as when you get involved with some kind of functions as well, you would be able to have the functions also being available for you, and that can also be predicted with the help of Copilot. And when all your changes are being done, what you can do is you can save and deploy as you are regularly doing at your you can just save it, and you can share the application with with the different kind of platforms that I mean different kind of platform, or you can host it, or you can host it in the mobile as well. And this is something that we saw about the power apps. And when we want to see about the power automate, it is also a similar way. Okay, we are right. We had now inside the power automate, it is also a similar way where we had instructed it to write the invoice approvals, and it would suggest you on the flow that what you want. If that's not the flow then that you are looking for, then it would also suggest you few more suggestions as well. And if you are okay with the suggestion, then you can go ahead and create with the flows, and it would automatically ask you to sign up, and it would create you with the flows that it needs for. And post that, what happens here is that you also have an option to chat inside to have a prompt inside the Copilot, where you have different kind of actions being performed inside it, where you can ask a question, or you can make it to explain a flow, or you can add an item, or you can edit the flow that it had already given us. So these are some of the things that you can do. And when you want to add in an action, you can add into something like connect to send a mail. Okay. When you had given it, it would be suggesting you these items where you can add in the condition that whatever you need, and that gets added inside the flow as such. Like when you want to connect it would be popping up, and it would like we see here, it just gives you an option to get all those things being connected inside the we had told it to write to send a mail, right? So it had written a flow, something of the sort. And when you click on each of these, and when you want to when you give custom value or something like that, also as well it would be prompting up to prompting up saying that you have different set of action being available for yourself, and you would be able to use that inside the base of connecting the flows. And when you click on this particular thing, and when you want to get from the parameter, or when you want to list down the when you want to list down, then it allows you to give an option, right? So inside that option as well, you have an way of getting the copilot being available for us. Like let me just show you an example. Yeah, you have an option now being available as a prompt window over here, wherein you can type in, and that gets generated with the function and the dynamic content that you want to get connected with. So when you type in over here, it suggests you with the different set of property that are different set of functions and properties that are being available, and you would be able to use that. So it just not stop with the high level of functions that is available. It also comes into the picture of triggers, functions, and everything that has been available inside the inside the Power Automate as well. And you can use that and add into your code as well. Since you have to select the right thing, it would be prompting you to get it added. And when you want to get explained with your code, you can explain the code, and it starts explaining on what the whole flow does. And when you click on the particular item, and when you click the same kind of explain action, then it would be explaining what that particular trigger, or what that particular flow means over there. If not, it indicates the it if not I mean if that action has not been clicked, and if you want to get the whole flow um, uh, being described, then you would not be selecting anything, and you would be giving just a way of explain action, and it would be explaining the whole flow for you. And when you want to ask a question about it, um, when you want to ask a question about it as well, it would be able to answer you with the different way of solutions that it has with it. So these are some of the functionalities that can be accommodated with the help of Copilot inside the Power Automate. And when it comes for Power Virtual Agent, where it is used for building the chatbots and everything, right? So what you can do is that you would be able to have the chatbot being built for you with the help of Copilot, like with the you would be able to have the trigger and everything being set for you. I am just going in from the bot, and it just takes a minute or so to get your bot being um, ready for yourself. Like we are now getting an option to get your bot being connected with connected with some website as well, and you would be creating it. Once you had created it, you have an option to change the all the different kind of things that are being available for the bot. Just give me 2 minutes or so to get the bot being ready for ourselves. Okay. Once the bot is been ready, what we would be doing is that we would be navigating to the topic, and we can add in the topic as what we can, and that can be done with the help of the Copilot as well. Like whatever the details topic here means that when this is going to be the question, then what would be the answer that you are expecting for. So you can do all those kind of things inside the Power Virtual Agent with the help of these things. Like you would be giving the you would be selecting the details, and once you are done with that, it creates a flow for yourself, and it would be creating the. Just give me a second. The topic can be of any different, and it relates to the what kind of topic that you are chatting for. And it also creates to the phrases like the one what you are giving in over here, and it also defines a flow for yourself, where what you can do is that it gives you an option to edit over whatever the name that you want to whatever the thing that you want to do inside the flow as well. And when you type when all these things are being done, you can type in to the bot, and it starts replying you back as well. So you can test the bot whenever you want to do so. These are some of the Copilot features that are being available inside the Power Virtual Agent, where it would it would allow you to change the topics that are there inside the chat inside the bot, and then it would be allowing you to create the topics, and it would be allowing you to do the modifications based on the flows and everything. Like when you want to add an option as well, it allows you to it gives you an option to get when you want to add in something as well. It prompts you with what the details that you want to get added for. So these are some of the things that I had planned for demo, like how the Copilot works in Power Platform. With that, I am moving over to Q&A if there are any questions to be answered. This is my LinkedIn ID. Please feel free to connect with me in LinkedIn post the session as well. I would be happy to take up all the Power Apps related questions at any time for you. Are there any questions to be answered?
Thank you, Bhargavi. I don't see much question. Earlier already had the most of the people they had a question in earlier session.
Mhm.
Um, yes, there are no any questions so far. And yes, the session was really good. It was quite comprehensive and also lots of details, advantages, and also demos were included. This session I enjoyed thoroughly. I hope audience will also enjoy the session the way you have presented it. With that, few things I want to let the audience know. Many times we have getting these questions from the some audience still the copilot is in available only for the region that mentioned earlier in the session, US region. So we won't be able to use if you are if your environment is using a region of like Asia or like other region. So that please take note because still it is in preview mode and it is available only for those areas.
Yeah,
That's
that's all.
all with that. Um, I don't see any question. Maybe we can move to another upcoming session. Udaya, are you there, Uday?
Thank you, Rijwan and Satya, for this opportunity. And
Yeah,
uh, I would like to have more such sessions in the going forward as well.
sure.
Thank you.
Bhargavi, actually, I enjoyed your session thoroughly,
Yeah,
and we want to host you again and again. Thank you for your time. See you again.
thank you.
So,
Yes, Raja.
meantime,
Yeah,
yeah,
they are so ready for this session.
sure. So, maybe Udaya, you can share your